Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, hello.
How are we? Happy Self Care Saturday. Okay, so as you know, you may have seen that the class is going to be recorded. So hopefully that is okay with everyone. Okay. And we will get moving in just a moment. Okay. Any questions for me before we get moving? No, we're good? Okay. All right. So when we can have a seat in our chair, if we need to use blocks underneath our feet to bring the floor closest to us, please feel free to do so. Okay, so welcome to QigongFit. Today we're going to move through some Tai Chi movements. We may blend it with Qigong, and then at the end, and I say may blend it because we may do half and half. We'll see how we're feeling. And then we will end today with a meditation of the 5 elements, the organs, and I will be available for questions afterwards if we have any questions. So we will begin by sitting up as tall as we can. We're sitting near the edge of our chair. We're feeling the feet grounded into the earth. We can feel the arches floating away from the earth. And then we'll place our hands on our lower dantian, the area just below the belly button, about 2 inches. We'll start with a normal breath pattern for us, checking in with how our bodies feel today. And if we would like to change hands, we may change the hand position, but still on the lower dantian. Maybe we're setting an intention for today, being thankful and having gratitude for ourselves showing up today. And then we'll start to float the hands up and gently placing one fist into our palm. As one arm floats under, the other arm floats under. We'll place our hands on our thighs and with a gentle bow for respect for ourselves, for one another, to share in this practice. So choosing whichever leg we would like to open up to. One leg is forward, one leg is front. And we're going to start with our pushing hands and just gently keeping our palms opened. Inhaling and exhaling. And once again, at our own perfect pace. And when we're ready, we're going to come back to the center and then change And then once again, pressing, inhaling as we take them back, exhaling to gently push the arms. And as we are here, we will be thinking about our pillars. Now, what would be a pillar? The pillar is keeping the ears to the shoulders over our hips. And we'll take one more pushing chi. Coming back to the center, opening to the other side for our bowing arrow. Our eye gaze could follow, rotating from our dantian, the lower dantian, those 2 inches just below the belly button. And as we float the arms down, changing to the other side. And again, finding that bow stance, one leg forward, one leg back. And gently pulling. And once again, allowing our eyes to follow wherever it's comfortable. And once we finish, we will lean back into Wuji. Wuji is either a little bit wider than hips, or we could be in our standard mountain. Inhaling as we place our hands right at the lower dantian, we pull up the chi. At shoulder height, we expand the chi. Inhaling back towards the lower dantian, floating our hands up. It's okay if they're not touching. The fingertips could touch. And as we continue to expand our chi, taking all that positive energy and then sharing it with the universe as we float through one more. And then as the hands float back, we're going to place our hands on top of the pelvis any way that feels comfortable. Open palms, fists, and as we start our hip circles, we start hip hinging towards the front, focusing on our pillars once again. And those pillars, again, having neutral spine, ears to shoulders, shoulders over the hips. And we set our own pace of coming around, and then we'll change direction. And as we continue, just noticing how our body is feeling. And by the end of our practice, we're hoping to open up the channels, opening up our meridians, our fascia. And once we are coming back to center, we'll reach the arms down again. Inhaling, gathering our chi. Exhaling to ground our chi. And again, we're coming up to about the height of our shoulders. We meet at the chest and ground the chi. And again, we set our own pace with our own perfect breath. We're here to enjoy the journey. There's no rush. We have plenty of time. And once we finish out our cycle, placing one hand over the other, making a little chi ball, an energy ball, we may feel some warmth, and then we'll start to make our circles towards one direction, up and over to the other. Taking our time to create the circle that's appropriate for the body that showed up today. Let our movements be fluid. And then when it's time, we feel ready, changing direction. And it's okay if the other arm is on top and we're going a different direction. All movement is good movement. Anything that's going to help us generate the energy, cleanse our channels, cleanse our organs. And as we come back to the center, we're going to imagine we're pulling up a sheet. And as we pull up the sheet, we lift our leg to as high as our spine can stay neutral. We float the hands out and draw the foot back to the other side. Inhaling as we come up, exhaling and return. Reminding ourselves about the pillars, keeping those channels opened, long. And taking our time through one more. And as we come back center, interlacing our fingers, we have the option to focus on wrists or ankles and wrists. So we float one leg up. So we start to make small circles. Wrist and ankle, maybe just wrist, maybe just ankle. And then changing the direction of our circles. And we'll meet back in the center, floating the other foot off the floor as high as we feel comfortable, and making our circles. Taking the time to change. And as we float hands center, holding that little chi ball once again, as we expand, spin, and condense. Inhaling as we separate the hands. As we start the exhale, we spin the arms around and condense our ball. Inhaling, we lift. Exhale to spin and condense. And again, staying about shoulder height. Maybe a little bit higher. And when we finish, equally on both sides, we'll meet back to our wuji position. As we begin with our single whip, we choose a hand that is known as a hook or a beak. We take all of our fingers and place them towards the thumb, and the arm is out towards our side, the wrist is bent about 45 degrees. With the opposite arm and leg, we're going to take it up and over for our single whip. Inhaling, we come up and open, rotate from our dantian. Exhaling, we open the hand and press through. Coming back to center, same side. Inhaling, we will come up and over. Exhaling to press across. And we'll flow through this twice more. Inhaling the arm and up, come over like circles, and press. And we'll take this just once more. Inhaling as we open, exhale to press. And then we'll come back to center, and I think I have a squeaky chair. And we're going to take our other hand up. As we inhale, we come up, exhaling, rotating. Coming back to our center. Inhaling up and over, and exhale. With two more flowing. And one last time. flowing with our breath, gently pressing through. We'll meet into our Wuji with tracing the chi. As we take our right arm up, our eye gaze is going to follow. But as the arm floats back down in front of our thighs, our knees, our eye gaze stays straight ahead. Inhaling as we pick it up. Exhaling to let it sweep past our knees. And once that hand comes back to our side, we'll pick up the opposing and taking our time to come across. And again, there's no hurry. Eyes just follow along. Noticing our rotation is coming from the lower dantian. And then we'll take our time to alternate, picking up one, and as that arm sweeps down, the other arm will pick up. And we'll take our time to finish out equally, once more in each direction. And then meeting into our Wuji, we're going to float through the 8 brocades. The 8 brocades stimulating, energizing every organ in our body. So as our hands start at our lower dantian, fingertips touching or not, inhaling as we float the hands up. Once they get to about chest, we start to interlace our fingers. We turn the palms up, reaching into the sky. Exhaling, flowing it all the way back down. Right into that lower dantian. We bring them together. Inhaling as we reach up. Exhaling all the way back down to our lower dantian. And once we meet with our hands back into Wuji, the wise owl looks backwards. And we look over the shoulder. Inhaling to center. Exhaling to change direction. Checking in occasionally with our pillars. Checking in with our breath. Are we still flowing with a breath that is comfortable for us? When we are even, we can meet in center. So we bring our hands into that little chi ball for pressing in between heaven and earth. So as the arms start to expand, one floats up, one presses down. We come back to the center, the ball changes, and the opposing arm is looking up or down. And then we will continue to flow at our own perfect pace. Once we finish, we're going to meet with our legs just a little bit wider as we shake the tail and nod our head. Our hands are resting on our thighs, taking the same shoulder towards the thigh or hip. We rotate dantian and we look over the shoulder. Inhaling center, exhaling exhaling, we drop, rotate, and gaze. Inhaling, exhaling, and taking our time to feel the twist, the stretch in the shoulder, maybe our waist. And we'll take ourselves through one more cycle from side to side. Meeting into our upright position with our legs even wider as we move into shooting the bow. So we'll cross our arms over. The arm that is closest to our chest is going to shoot out into the special sword. So the thumbs are up. As we pull the arrow and shoot the bow, the other arm is bent. So as we come in, we pull the bow, shooting the secret sword. Now the bent arm comes into chest and we cross, and then we shoot the opposing way. Inhaling as we cross. Exhale to pull the arrow. It's okay if our fingertips are down, looking forward. And pulling. And we'll flow for 2 more. And we'll float our arms to our sides. Palms are up, light fist, as we gaze fiercely at our punching arm. Choosing an arm, we punch out and we stare at the fist, and we pull it in. Exhale as we punch. Inhale, we pull it in. When we are ready to switch sides, we may. Noticing our light fist, strong breath. We'll meet back to center. Now we punch side, still gazing fiercely at our punch. Changing sides. Are the feet still grounded? Are we feeling strong? Are we feeling fierce? Gazing fiercely at the punch. And now our gaze floats straight ahead as we punch them together. Floating our energized arms back to center, bringing our feet back into Wuji or mountain for 2 hands to the ankles. Inhaling as we lift high in the sky. When we exhale, we can either grab the back of our chair or place our hands to a chest expansion. Inhaling. And then as we exhale, neutral spine, hands come down our thighs, hinging. And then our hands come down towards the ankles with our hip hinge like a reverse swan. Inhaling as we come all the way up. Exhaling, our hands come behind us into chest expansion or find our chair. Lifting up, coming back to neutral. Hip hinge, exhaling, the hands slide down. Inhaling, we come all the way back up. Exhaling, we come into our chest expansion. Exhale, we slide our legs down towards our ankles, anywhere in that vicinity. Inhaling, we lift. Exhaling, we lift and open. Hip hinging as we come down. Inhale once more. Exhaling, our choice of chest expansion. Exhaling, we take it all the way down. Inhaling as we come up to sky. Exhaling, floating our hands back down to our side. As we find our heels bouncing on our toes, lifting up our heels and dropping them. Take it up and down. And we're going to continue up and down. And then once we finish one more, we're going to meet back into our wuji for the kick, the punch, and the box. Choosing a leg. Inhaling, we lift one leg up, staying tall on our pillars. Exhale, we push out like we're grabbing something. Exhale, we're going to break it over the knee, placing that foot down so we roll through and box the ears. Coming back to the center. Inhaling, we lift a light fist. Exhaling, we press. Inhale to break something. Roll through heel, ball, toe, boxing ears. Trying to keep our nice, strong pillars. Inhaling up. We press. We break. Staying tall, rolling through the foot, and boxing. Once more on this side. As we lift, we press, we break a twig or a branch, and to the other side. Inhaling, lifting, we press out, we break, we roll through the foot, and box. Coming back center, inhaling, we press, we break, and roll through. Lifting up into that on guard position, grabbing onto something, breaking it, roll heel, ball, toe, for one more. Inhaling, we lift, we press, we break, and we roll through. We'll come back to center for tiger pause. So again, elongating our spine, our hands are open. We start to make a little circle, and we bring one finger in at a time. We have our pause. As our paws come up, we get to about our head, and we press up. Now, once we're up over our head, we take our fingers one at a time, bring them back in, make our pause, and then we come down to chest again, and then we start to ground our chi. Circling the wrists, bringing our fingers in. We bring our palms up, our paws, and we press. Once they're over our head, we bring our fingers back in, and we come in to press down. circling around in our 5 animal frolics. There are 2 exercises per animal for the yin and the yang. And we push, bring them in and out and down. And we'll go through one more. Bring them around, making our little pause as we push up. We press. We bring our fingers in. We bring those paws down. And now we're going to seize our prey. So we bring our fingertips in, choose a leg, it doesn't matter. And we bring our paws up, we bring a leg up. We bring our heel out like a hamstring stretch. We hinge forward and open our paws, like little claws. We come back in, we're gonna switch sides, circle it around, making our little fingertips in to make our paws. Taking one leg out as a hamstring stretch. And open the paws, open our claws. We'll continue to alternate, bringing our fingers in, bringing the paws up, hamstring stretch, hip hinging, opening the hands. To the other side, circle them in, bring them up, we push out, and seize the prey. Once more in each direction. Circle it around with our fingertips up. We press and open. With our tiger, we are focusing on the liver organ, bringing them around again and up. We take it out and seize the prey. Coming back to Wuji as we circle the arms up and exhale to ground our chi. And we'll prepare for the bear. So in our bear, we take our thumbs and we place them on either side of our belly button near the top of our pelvis. Now, every time we kind of move into an animal, we want to kind of remember what it looks like and we take on the personality. So we're going to take the same underarm shoulder to the leg and make a circle. So we're going to drop it down. We come across and up. So think we may be lumbering along like a bear does. We drop down to the same side, we come across, and we open. And again, changing the direction, we take it around and up. We may notice that one side feels a little different, it's okay. Passing no judgment, just allowing our bodies to be. Again, being happy they're here today, sending any of those areas that need a little more love and gratitude, using our breath. And then slowly coming back to the center. So with our feet a little bit wider, we start to take one arm and swing it across. We have 3 circles. We have 1, 2, 3, and then we'll sweep it across. And again, we have 1, 2, and they don't have to be 3. And we sweep it across again. And working with our bear, we're stimulating our spleen. And coming across again. And we'll do it again, one more in each direction. And finding ourselves back in to our wuxi. Inhaling as we lift the arms, exhaling to ground our chi. And we'll prepare for the deer. Now we get to make antlers. So we take the ring and the middle finger kind of in and we have the other 3 fingers up to make antlers. We can make any kind of antlers our fingers want to make. It's all good. So we will start with our antlers to one side. As we take one step out to the corner, we're going to pull the elbow past our ribs and reach up and over like a lateral flexion. As we bring our arms back around, our leg comes in, we change directions. We step out to the corner, pull that elbow past our hip, and reaching over. We sweep them back around as the feet come in, out again, and we pull, and we take it over. Sweeping back center, to the corner, we pull, we reach it over, and we'll come back center for running like a deer. So again, we have our little hooves. Okay, now we have hooves, now pause. So we bring them up as we bring one leg up. We take that foot forward, foot's flat to the floor. We drop the fingertips, knuckles. We make our antlers. We sit back. We drop the hooves again. As we come up and bring the knee up, we hop to switch, running like a deer. We step forward, foot flat to floor if that's okay for us. We take them in, we bring our hands back, we drop them back down, we lift and switch. Again, taking it out, dropping our hooves, pulling the elbows back for our antlers, dropping our hooves, we take them up and switch. Once more, floating everything forward, dropping, finding our antlers, dropping again, we come in, and back to wuxi, grounding, inhaling, and exhale. And the deer is related to the kidneys. And then we're going to prepare for the monkey, which is the heart. We take our hands, we flip around, right? So we bring our, almost like that hook and beak again, flip them around. We lift the elbows up, we lift our shoulders up, we lift our heels up. Exhaling to ground everything back down. Flip them. We come up, now we're gonna add a look. So once we're up, we look over, we look center, and press it back down. Flip them, and again, up. Shoulders are up, we look the other way. Monkey pause, and drop them down. 2 more. Flip them around, we lift up, up, up. We look, and we ground. Once more. We lift the heels, we pull it up. We look over, and ground it all the way down. So with our feet just a little bit wider, as our monkeys are going to pick fruits. We rotate from our dantian, we pull up. Now when we come in, we're going to pull it down, look at the fruit. The free hand can hold chair or come around to the other side. We look to the front. We look back at the fruit. The arm that's behind us comes around. We reach out to actually pick the fruit. We come back in. We support the elbow and we look at the fruit. And then to the other side. We come in. The other hand wraps behind. We pull the elbow in, we look forward, we look back at the fruit, we sweep that arm down, other arm lifts up to pick the fruit, we support the elbow, come back, looking at our fruit. To repeat, reaching up, rotating from dantian, as that elbow comes in, the other hand wraps behind us, we look at the fruit, we look front, we look back at the fruit. Rotating from the dantian, the back arm reaches to pick our fruit. We pull it back to that same side, support the elbow, open to look at the fruit. And to repeat, reaching up, hand comes behind, pull the elbow in, look. We look front, we come back center, we sweep it, the back arm is going to reach up to actually pick the fruit now. And as we come back in, we're going to support the elbow and look at our fruit. As we come back to the center, inhaling, we ground our chi between each animal. And then we have our crane, our bird, awakening and stimulating our lungs. So we'll place our hands in front, inhaling as we lift. Exhaling, we take one leg, arms back, leg comes up. Exhaling, inhaling, lift the leg, open up the arms. Exhaling back down, continue to alternate. Lift the leg, expand our wings. Coming back to the front. Chest expansion, leg lift. And we have one more in each direction. Taking it down, we take it up, flying, and one more, spreading our wings. All those possibilities when we open our wings. And we're going to come back to the center. Inhaling, we come up halfway, fingers look down. Exhale again in front. This time, we're going to take them all the way overhead. So we almost look like Karate Kid. And back down. This time we're going to add our legs. So we come up halfway. We return. Now we're going to come up all the way, Karate Kid. And down. Other side. Floating our arms up halfway. Lifting. And returning. All the way, Karate Kid. Up to wherever it's comfortable for our shoulders. And down. To the other side as we continue to alternate. We do 2 on each side. And down. And up. And down. Once more. Halfway. All the way. And then once again, grounding our chi, inhaling, exhaling to ground. And our arms will float back as the golden rooster stands on one leg. Same arm and same leg will lift and return. Thinking about the strong pillars all the way from the lower dantian all the way up to the tip of our head. Long and strong. Once more. We'll take our legs a little bit wider. As we extend one leg, we find our beak. We're going to send that arm down. We come back in for our snake creeps. Again, sliding down the inner thigh and coming back to center. And we have one more. Finding our beak, sliding it down, and we come center. As we open up through the other leg, we reach it down, coming back in, finding our beak, and we'll take our time once more, reaching and sliding down, coming back into the center, finding our wuji with our legs a little bit wider, hip hinging. We scoop down for the cauldron, and we're going to circle up as many circles as we wish, and open. And again, taking it down, circle it up, and expand. Hip hinging. And let's take one more flow. And as we expand out, we take our legs as wide as we would like to wave our hands like clouds. And when we're even, we'll float back to wuji for our meditation. We will scoot ourselves all the way back so that our back is upright, either against the wall or against the chair. And when we are ready for a meditation, eyes opened or closed, fingers can be either reaching for the earth or resting on our legs. So this meditation focuses on the 5 solid yin organs of the body and their corresponding elements. The heart is related to fire, spleen to earth, lungs to metal, kidneys to water, and liver to wood. These organs function a bit like batteries, and when we bring our awareness and energy to them, they help our qi flow smoothly and bring harmony to mind, body, and spirit. The qi from these organs then supplies the flowing yang organs. Small intestine is fire, stomach to earth, large intestine to metal, urinary bladder is water, and the gallbladder being wood. This meditation allows the progressive order of the 5 elements. The way to remember is to follow the natural order of nature, starting with the heart relating to the summer, followed by the spleen, late summer, lungs, autumn, kidneys, winter, and liver, spring. The 5-element Qigong meditation follows this cycle 3 times. The first cycle is to become aware of the organ by sending our appreciation and gratitude, acknowledging the organ for the work that it does, and to consciously allow a colored cloud to envelope the organ, dissolving the excess emotion. After clearing the stale energy, the next cycle energizes the organ with our love and appreciation to become a precious stone, allowing the light from the universe to shine on the organ. The third cycle helps spread the qi through the whole body with our love and smile, allowing all the organs to smile with the radiance of the universe. So as we are sitting in a comfortable position, just allowing our breath to flow naturally. In our first cycle, after our minds have become calm and peaceful, place your awareness in the area of the heart. With intention, send your appreciation and gratitude to the heart, thanking it for the work that it does. The heart represents the element of fire, the season of summer, and its color is fiery red. The emotion of joy and excitement can affect the function of the heart. With your intention, bring in a fiery red cloud from the universe. and let it envelop the entire heart, helping to dissolve the excess joy and excitement that may be stored there. Now we place our awareness in the area of the spleen. This is next to the heart on the left side of the body, under the rib cage. With intention, send appreciation and gratitude to the spleen. The spleen represents the element of earth, the season of late summer, and the color is golden yellow. The emotion of worry can affect the function of the spleen. With your intention, pull in a golden yellow cloud from the universe and let it wrap the entire spleen, helping to dissolve the excess worry which can be stored here. Now place your awareness on the area of the lungs. With intention, send your appreciation and gratitude to the lungs. The lungs represent the element of metal, the season of autumn, and the color is a silver white. The emotion of grief can affect the function of the lungs. With intention, we draw in a silver white cloud from the universe, circling around the entire lung area, helping to dissolve the excess grief which can be stored here. Now placing your awareness in the area of the kidneys. With intention, send your appreciation and gratitude to the kidneys. The kidneys represent the element of water, the season of winter, and the color is a deep blue. Like the color of the deep ocean, the emotion of fear that can affect the function of the kidneys. With the intention, bring in a deep blue cloud from the universe and let it encompass the kidneys in order to dissolve the excess fear which may be stored here. Now, place your awareness in the area of the liver. With intention, send appreciation and gratitude to the liver. The liver represents the element of wood, the season of spring, and the color is rich green, like the green of new forest growth. The emotion of anger affects the function of the liver. When your attention, pull a rich green cloud in from the universe. Let it circulate the entire liver, helping to dissolve the excess anger which can be stored here. With our second cycle, with our love and appreciation, the heart becomes a fiery red, precious stone, allowing the light from the universe to shine down on the heart, helping to open and heal the whole body. We can see it shining in the light. With our love and appreciation, the spleen becomes a golden yellow precious stone, allowing the light from the universe to shine on the spleen. With our love and appreciation, the lungs become a silvery white precious stone. With the light from the universe, the chest opens. With our love and appreciation, the kidneys become deep blue precious stones. With our love and appreciation, the liver becomes a rich green precious stone, and we can see it shining in the light. We open the chest, the treasure chest, and let the light from the universe shine down on our whole body. With our love, our third cycle, with our love, smile, and loving kindness, we can see the heart smiling as it appreciates the attention we are giving it. This helps open the energy channels of the body, connecting us with the universe. We see the smile spreading into the spleen. The lungs and the kidneys are smiling too, as well as the liver, also smiling. Our whole beautiful body is smiling with the radiance of the universe as we merge with the universe. So if we would like to rub our palms together, consciously bringing our healing energy, love, kindness through the heart into your hands, and then place the palms over the heart, allowing the heart to absorb the warming, healing energy. And then place the palms over the spleen, allowing the warm energy there. Followed by the lungs, placing the hands over the kidneys, and finally over the liver. And then we'll bring our hands back in, warm them up once again. And we'll place the hands in front of our face, feeling the warmth. And we'll inhale to bring the hands up the face. We're going to wrap them around our head. And repeating. And we'll take 2 more cycles. When we have finished, we will meet back into the center. One palm gently opened, the other fist into our palm as we unite harmony, peace. We place one arm under, we place the other arm under, hands to our thighs, we hip hinge, and we send gratitude to all of us and hope we stay well and balanced. We give ourselves a hand. Thank you all for coming. If we have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to stay and ask whatever we would like. If not, once again, thank you. Gratitude. Namaste. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you all. Have a fantastic weekend.
You too, my friend.
Yes, thank you for coming. Does anybody have any questions?
No, thanks very much. Very, very good.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Amy, I do have a question.
Sure.
It's not necessarily about practice, but which level do I find information about